Good morning, children. In the second video, I told you about the classification of the forest. I told you three classifications of the forest. I hope all you understood. And this third video, I am going to explain you about another three classifications of forest.
Good morning, children. In the previous video, I taught you different types of forest. In that video, I explained about three types of forest. In this video, we are going to study about another three types of forest. The first one is temperate evergreen forest. Temperate evergreen forests are found where rainfall is high along the eastern margins of countries in temperate regions of the world. These forests are distributed over southeastern USA, southeastern Brazil, Uruguay, South China, eastern coast of South Africa, southeastern Australia, and parts of New Zealand. The important feature of this temperate evergreen forest is it's needed high rainfall, and we can see these forests in eastern margins of these countries. What are the important features of temperate evergreen forest? Temperate evergreen forests are mixed forest. These hardwoods and softwood, that is coniferous trees, are found here. You can see the hardwoods and the softwoods also. The timber of these forests is considered as valuable. Oak, acacia, pine, eucalyptus are some important species of trees found here. The animal life in this temperate evergreen forest is rodents like beavers, mice, rats, squirrels. These all animals we can see here, and we can see kangaroos, and we can see some animals like marsupials, kangaroos here. Kangaroos especially we can see in Australia. This is about temperate evergreen forest. Next is temperate deciduous forest. Temperate deciduous forests are found along the coastal beds of cool climate regions with a moderate rainfall. The temperate deciduous forest needed moderate type of temperature, moderate type of rainfall of 70 to 80 centimeter and an average temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. These forests are spread over the northeastern part of USA, northeastern China, western Europe, New Zealand, and southern Chile. So temperate deciduous forest needed moderate type of rainfall, that is 70 to 80 centimeter, and an average temperature 20 degrees Celsius. What are the features of temperate deciduous forest? Deciduous forests see four distinct seasons. We can see this deciduous forest in four distinct seasons. You know what are the seasons? Spring, summer, autumn, winter. In autumn, the color of the leaves on the trees changes. During winter, which usually dry, the trees in these forests lose their leaves and are almost bare. So according to the season, the trees shows their different characters. Oak, ash, beech, maple, cherry, walnut. These are some examples of trees which we can found in this temperate deciduous forest. Shrubs like huckleberries also found here. And the favorable climatic conditions has resulted the extensive settlement along these regions, necessitating clearance of lands for agriculture. This has led to the large scale depletion of these forests. Why we can see large scale depletion of these forests? Depletion means, what is meant by depletion? We cannot see much temperate deciduous forest because the favorable climatic condition, here its favorable climatic condition has resulted extensive settlement along these regions. That is, they are clearing the land, clearing the forest for agriculture because there is a favorable climatic conditions. So that is why we can see the depletion of these forests. The animal life. The animal which we can see here is raccoons, foxes, deer, wolves, pandas. These are the important animals which we can see in the temperate deciduous forest. Some birds also we can see, some birds like peasants and monal. These found in the temperate deciduous forest. You can see the raccoons picture. Next forest is taiga forest. These forests are found in the subpolar and the polar belt in the north, between 50 degree north to 70 degree north. They are found in the northern regions of Canada and Eurasia. Taiga forest are also known as boreal forest and coniferous forest. And important features of taiga forest, where we can see the taiga forest we can see in the polar belt, right? In the first video I told you that the latitudinal or our globe or latitudinal area is divided into three parts: tropical, temperate and the polar region. So in the tropical area we can see some tropical type of forest. In the temperate area, like temperate deciduous forest, temperate evergreen forest and all. Now come to the polar area, we can see taiga forest, that we can see in the polar areas. It's between 50° north to 70° north. And this also known as taiga forest are known as boreal forest or coniferous forest also. Another two names of taiga forest are boreal forest or coniferous forest. Then what are the features of taiga forest? Large areas of forest may be dominated by a single tree species. The trees here are mostly conifers, that is tall softwood evergreen trees with sharp and narrow needle-like leaves. So trees here in taiga forest, the trees are very tall and it's very sharp and narrow needle-like leaves. The leaves are like a narrow needle. Being mostly softwood, the trees are light and easy to cut. It's very soft trees, so it is very easy to cut. And therefore lumbering is practiced on a large scale in these forests. What is meant by lumbering? This cutting of forest is known as, or cutting of leaves, it's known as lumbering. And wood pulp from these forests is used for making paper, newsprint, furniture, matchbox, packing crates, plywood and sports goods. So for different purposes also this taiga forest are using. For what purpose taiga forest are using? Mostly making wood pulp and newsprint, for making furnitures. For all these purpose we are using the taiga forest. And the animal life in this taiga forest is silver fox, mink, grizzly, bear and reindeer are some of the animals which we can found in this taiga forest. Next is tidal forest. These forests are also known as mangrove forest. Mangrove forest means it's in the type of shrub. And in India, mangrove forests are found along the Ganga belt. Ganga belt is the largest delta in India and they are known as Sundarbans. And where we can see this tidal forest? These tidal forests are seen in the coast of Japan, China, Sri Lanka, North America, South America, Australia. And what are the features of tidal forest? Mangroves are abundant in this intertidal zone near deltas. They can survive in both fresh and salty waters. So this mangrove forest we can see in this tidal forest means another name of tidal forest is mangrove forest, and this mangrove forest can survive in both fresh water and the salty waters. These forests adapt to brackish waters, means it's more salty water, by shedding their leaves to get rid of excessive salt. Mangrove trees develop stilt-like aerial roots which hold the trunk and leaves above the water line. Some trees have roots that help them to breathe. So these tidal forests are surviving in fresh water and the salty water also. And why they are shedding their leaves to get rid of, means why they are shedding their leaves? They are shedding their leaves to get rid of excessive salt. Understood, children? Yes. And mangrove forests make excellent fishing grounds. They protect the coastline and prevent erosion by trapping sediments from rivers and streams. These forests help prevent disaster when cyclones or tsunamis strike by bearing a shock of waves and thereby reducing their force. Mangrove forests make excellent fishing grounds. So we can see in mangrove forests it's giving more fishes. And these forests help to prevent the disasters, different type of disasters like cyclones, tsunamis. So when the cyclone tsunamis occur, it's helping us to prevent these type of disasters. These are the important features of tidal forest. I hope you understood. Today I discussed about 4 types of forest: temperate evergreen forest, temperate deciduous forest, taiga forest and the tidal forest, and their features, their animal life, everything. As I told you in the previous video, the activity and the worksheets sent through WhatsApp. Thank you, children.